This video covers the IGCSE Biology Objective 8.4.2a on the 2025 CAIE syllabus to describe sources in translocation. So we know what translocation is now, but let's just talk about some of the phloem properties that we have not discussed before. So the phloem is going to transport sucrose and amino acids in two directions. We've already mentioned this. It is made up of what are called sieve element cells, which are connected to form a tube. So the structure is a little bit different than the xylem, which that cell wall area has been completely worn away, whereas these have what are called sieve plates. So these connecting sieve cells share this sieve plate. This is like a perforated cell wall, so to speak. And of course, these cells are alive. They're filled with liquid. However, they don't have any nucleus. So they're supported by what's called a companion cell that is going to help with the loading and unloading of the organic compounds. That is the movement of the molecules into and out of the phloem itself. And so those companion cells have the nucleus, and that is what is now going to cause those molecules to move. And finally, what we discussed in the last video is the movement of these organic molecules through the phloem is going to be mediated by the positive pressure of water from the xylem. So again, that is due to the fact that water molecules cannot be compressed. There's basically no airspace between them, and so there is this pressure that's created on one end of the phloem tube. So what is a source? A source is where the organic compounds are synthesized. For now, we're just going to talk about the fact that it is a leaf, although these can be different, and we'll talk about that in another video. And so what's going to happen is the companion cell is going to load the phloem with sucrose via active transport. So you can see those pink arrows there in the diagram. Those molecules which have been converted from the starch granules in the chloroplast are going to be pumped into the companion cell and then pumped into the phloem tube. Now, water from the xylem is going to move by osmosis due to the water potential gradient, which we talked about in the last video. And so water pressure is going to increase in that region, because that's where the water is moving from, and pushing the phloem sap to the area where there is lower pressure, wherever that area is. It doesn't have to be down, it could also be up, because remember, the phloem moves in two directions. Therefore, the phloem is going to transport the organic compounds away from the source. So this is how this process works at this location.